The severe end of the substance use disorder spectrum is where we find the terms that represent what we would think of as full-blown addiction. Another source of confusion that leads to denial is that all these terms, drug addiction, alcoholism, chemical dependency, they all mean the same thing as far as referring to the disease of addiction. But most people don't get this, and it's not uncommon to hear things like, "I'm an alcoholic, but I'm not a drug addict," or "I'm a drug addict, but I'm not an alcoholic." Here they're just tying addiction to the person's drug of choice. Technically, an alcoholic is a drug addict. Alcohol is a drug, and they're addicted to it. The term alcoholic just got coined a long time ago, and singling alcohol out as a separate drug tends to just add a lot of confusion to this area. One thing for parents to be aware of that's a common one for kids to get stuck on, especially early in treatment, is that when it comes to addiction, a drug is a drug is a drug. It's not just about quitting a person's drug of choice or just quitting the hard drugs. Recovery is about abstinence from all mood-altering substances. Even if a pot smoker never touched alcohol, the potential for cross-addiction means that if a person were to start using alcohol after quitting pot, there's a good chance they would end up using alcohol addictively. Or it would just open the door for going back to the drug of choice. One pretty common example of denial these days is the kid who acknowledges the need to quit doing Xanax or cocaine, but doesn't see any reason to quit smoking pot. I hear more and more parents these days frustrated because they don't know how to respond when their kid is talking like this. But here's an example of where you, being an educated consumer, can easily take care of this situation. If you understand this, as in, no, continuing to smoke pot is not going to be part of your recovery plan, and you know that your child is learning this in treatment, you can shut that conversation down pretty quickly. And as we said in Module 1, you put it back on them and make them tell you that smoking pot is not going to be part of their recovery plan. Because they're learning it, they just don't want to let you know that they're learning it. They want to keep you in the role of the substitute teacher.